Are we going? Are we going? Here we go. Hey guys, and welcome to the Italian Grand Prix for Rapid Pixel Racing, round 14 of the season. And tonight's a pretty big one. We've got two pro esports drivers with us in the form of Michael Romanidis, I've said that right, and Alvaro Caraton. So hopefully it's going to be a good one. Obviously we've got the regular drivers in here. We've also got JB in the commentary box with us, who's managed to make it. How are you doing, mate? You doing good?
I'm alright.
Good, good.
But obviously before anything else, we've got practice.
Yes, we do. Now this is the time for the drivers to get used to the track, get used to the cars, and do the final bits to their setups. And we'll watch them closely to see who has the early pace. But obviously, everyone can be doing different things at different times. Right. I think that was a pretty good intro. Yeah.
Fantastic. Obviously, we should make this JR's first time.
Yes. Normally I'd be driving.
Because I've got the Wi-Fi potato right now, and I'll be baking in the background. Right, so just a quick thing, I'm also training for the page. You got a crash ready?
Crash, who's that for?
In the wall at the end of he's come around that so crash the pink car.
Yeah, he's going to have to box, change his wing, and then hopefully get back out and do some laps. See the esports drivers on the track. Alvaro Caraton is out. This will be very interesting to watch, see what he does. Hopefully we can see him put a hot lap in. He did come third at the weekend in the Pro Esports exhibition race, which is a very good achievement, beating the likes of Daniel Brezhnev, who is arguably the quickest on the game.
Yeah, I have to back because the Wi-Fi is great, apologies. But obviously it's okay for the F1 esports channel, that's what's
Right, I think I have the chat open on my phone as well, guys. So if you do have any questions about anything, especially during practice, because it's quite a long session, then post them in there, and we will be able to answer. Yep.
If you just if you have triangle once, that gets rid of the
oh, look at that! Oh, I did not know you could do that.
And if you hit square, you can then go through driver select, and you'll be able to get to the driver quicker than having to like farm all the way through.
Nice. Right, I am new to this, guys, so please bear with me. I don't hear any echo, so I'm all good. So Caraton comes over the line. There's a 122.1 on the hard tyres. That is a pretty good time. It just is. Go on. So what I normally look for is to really just get comfortable with the medium tyres, because every race you have to use the mediums at some point. So that's what I look to do. Just get a few laps under the belt with the mediums, put in a decent amount of fuel, and then maybe at the end I might go for a quali lap. I might pull out. I might put it in, to show the others what the pace is like. That's about it really. It's just about finding the right balance with the car and everything, because for a lot of these guys, and Alex gets a bit wobbly there at the, what's it called, the second chicane. I've dropped my phone, nice one. So yeah, really it's just about finding the getting comfortable with the car, because these multiplayer cars feel a bit different to the time trial cars and also the Grand Prix cars. Big shout out to Wilson Big Mike going second. He is ahead of a pro esports driver. Big shout out to him. It may be in practice, but he's done it.
Yeah, he's not
No, that's his achievement now.
Achievement you get. You have been quicker than Lewis.
Yeah.
Edge is the right now currently language is P6, even improvement that time with the white green gloves.
Yeah, good driver. He's in third at the moment in the championship. Trying to hold off both Lawrence and Alex. Oh, five places. Collision with John. So was that during the spin?
So what I can double is John was going slow to throw us through. Volvo just came through and barreled into him. Correct me if I'm wrong. Michael goes fastest.
Mr. Greek man.
That's a statement which I'm not going to say again.
It's a very Williams-esque car. They've done a good job as everyone there to get that car going. I thought that they would have wanted them to be in the Williams car because some team managers can be a bit like that. They want the drivers to, you know, have this onto. Yes, yes. They understand that. They know what we're about.
I mean,
And he's gone, tired from the session there.
That's alright. He wasn't pushing, but he lapped up thing.
He will have. Yes, he will have Q1 though. Don't forget to get a bit of practice in. He can go out on the hards, do a few laps, and then set a time on the softs at the very end. A lot of drivers do that in this league. For me, I'd just like to go out and set one lap and then tire from the session, you know, relax a little bit and get my head back in the game for Q2.
Yeah,
Here's
apologies about the echo, guys. It is down just because my Wi-Fi not being fantastic. If it's such a problem, then you can commentate the hell out of it. I'm not being funny. I'm filming it. I'm meant to be real.
Oh, are we allowed to say that? Are you allowed to say that? Ah, it's fine. They won't do anything. They won't do anything. So we're watching Nath here on one of his laps. He's put the hard tyres on. I'm guessing he's going for a long run. I doubt he'll be using them tyres in the actual race, but it's always good to just get out there, get a few banker laps in for him. Who else do we have out on track? Pretty much every driver's out on track now, apart from James, who was set at 136.7. So that is not a representative time. Yeah, that's an easy lap from him. To be fair, he's not far away from the eSports drivers, only 5 tenths. But I can't imagine they're pushing very hard at this point in time. It will be very interesting actually to watch them two if they're going to start at the back of the grid to fight their way through, especially fight each other if and when they get to the front of the grid. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one. 5 laps, that would be impressive more than anything. I think I'll just I'll just applaud them at that point because that would be unbelievable speed.
The two number 19s are racing each other, Paul and Carl.
Yeah, Carl will be picking up the slipstream down there. Carl's a new driver to the league. He has a bit of competition with Chris at Booker Bronco. And them two like to have a bit of banter in the Discord chat, which is fun for everyone to see. But yeah, they're both slowly improving, which is always good to see, and it's always good to see new people join the league, which you can do if you head to the Rapid Pixel Racing website. You're able to join and then join the Discord, able to take part then in a practice trial race to see if you are eligible and good enough to join the league. We do apparently have more leagues incoming, so stay tuned for that. Keep on the socials on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, keeping up to date with them stuff. Yeah, bright things ahead for Rapid Pixel Racing. No, just a quick plug in there. we definitely haven't had a briefing from the owner to get certain stuff in.
Do you think they even listen to that? I never read it. Yeah, I'll talk about this.
Yeah, it'll come up eventually. On the topic of Sebastian Vettel, it's his first Grand Prix win, which we talked about just before we came live. But yeah, if you didn't know that, guys, Sebastian Vettel won his first Grand Prix here in mixed conditions, which... Yes, right, we won't be mentioning anymore about my age, but anyway, hopefully there could be mixed conditions today. Obviously we can't see the weather, so if anybody could tell us...
I reckon
Yes.
Just a note though, on Sparky, he's got a new livery on the car. Finally got delivery on that he's happy with. And I like that. I still think
We've got a few people from the SNRS Racing Series saying that they've got big support for both AJ to the P and Sparky. So big support for them too tonight, no pressure lads. Who are watching? Watching Carl. Booker Bronco in the wall. Whereabouts is that? There he is. He's having a bit... Oh, he's been disqualified. Parked in a dangerous location. That is unfortunate. Yeah, just stay there. Pop out the car, yeah. Right, who else? We've got that guy, Alex. He's currently done 6 laps on his medium tyres. I can say, being in the same camp as him, he's been training pretty well today, ready for this. We've also got F1 Legend, who has done a 121.4 on the hard compound of tyres, which puts him above Michael Romanidis, one of the pro drivers. On the hards as well, that is very, very respectable, because I think Michael put his time up on the mediums, which are obviously a quicker tyre. Who else looks to be doing anything good at the moment? RP Mazin. We haven't looked at him much. He is just pitted. That should be someone just slowing down. Oh, F1 Legend is stopped. F1 Legend has stopped at the exit of the first Lesmo. He's got going again. Taking a bit of a weird line through there. He's out of fuel. Or that's going to be a long final lap for him to get back to the pits. Maybe someone could just give him a little bump, you know, just help him along a little bit. I bet he'd appreciate that one. Yeah, bit of bump drafting. Obviously, I doubt you'll be getting much of a draft when you're going 60 miles an hour, but yeah, everything helps. Yeah, knowing the way that this game works, but again, won't speak about that one. Anyone else interested? Michael's come out on some fresh mediums by the looks of it, got 0 laps. Caraton's just gone onto a lap. It's very interesting to watch their lines, especially through that first corner, taking a lot of the curb, getting 2 tyres past that big sausage-ish curb on the inside, which if you hit can lose your time and also flip your car if you're being a little bit unfortunate. Through that second chicane as well, taking a lot of curb, just floating the car over there. It's quite incredible to watch them. Got one in. Yeah. Caraton has exited the session, but he should be able to get back in if he's got another invitation. Michael though, this looks to be a very tight lap, which you'd expect from a pro esports driver coming into Parabolica now. It's unbelievable how quickly he can get back on the power after braking so late. Where does this put him? At the top of the time sheet on a 120.7. Obviously it's only in practice, so the time doesn't matter. But it's just incredible to see their pace, light years ahead of other people in the league. It's incredible, really.
It really is.
I think the two drivers that them two will have to watch out for, and that especially myself will take a close attention to, if that makes any sense, pay a close attention to, is F1 Legend and TKR Saturn. Them two are very, very close on pace at the moment. Sven, F1 Legend, last few races has come up very well, getting his first win in Germany, round 12 I believe it is. That was a very good race that he had in the rain the whole way through, just commanded the lead start to finish, controlled the pace under the safety car very well. So if he can stay in the DRS range up to lap 3, you know, he could have a chance maybe having a go at the 2, but it'll be a very half-hearted go if it is.
Almost contact turn Sparky almost made an attack of Carl there. Sparky yelled, Carl was destroyed by what was that? And Carl was like, no, you know, so I don't care.
Yeah, it probably won't be taken up by the stewards as it is practice, so everything's a bit more lenient. RPR Chubb on the lap here. You can just clearly see there just the difference in confidence of the line that Chubb's taking compared to Michael. Again, they're on different compounds of tyres. I think it just shows the skill gap between the top guys and, you know, racers like us in a league like this. From me? What, the echo from you?
Yeah, I've been sitting there quietly trying to get a moment on the street with here.
Echoes aren't the best at all. My PlayStation sounds like it's about to take off, mate. So oh, what, the new update to the PS4? Takeoff mode. Forget your rest mode for downloading games. We've got takeoff mode. No, you don't, because you are very welcomed by everyone in the league. Very liked. Until the echo comes and everyone all of a sudden hates you.
We'll see what I can do.
AJ languishing in P13 at the moment, has done 11 laps, set of hard compound tyres, so he's clearly getting in for a long run pace, trying to set a rhythm early, so when he gets into the race it's all just natural. Same with Alex, he's just gone to lap 11 on his medium tyres. That will help him dearly, because that is the tyre you'll be spending the longest time on in the race. As I think Caraton has just set a faster lap, a 1:21.3. That might have been wrong, it might have been someone else setting that lap time. Yes. Bit of a long one's commentate over. Don't really know where to go, everyone's just doing their own thing. Feeling their way around the track, feeling the grip and also getting accustomed to the car and their setups. RPR Ford's on that lap, he's come out on a set of hard compound tyres. On board with RP Amazing is on the soft compound tyres, so he'll be going for a quali simulation now. Guessing he's on low fuel. We'll stay on board with him for this lap to see how he goes. Coming into the Del Roger chicane, I got it right that time, and he clips that first sausage curb pretty awkwardly there, compromises his run through the second part of the chicane, into the Lesmo now, keeps it in 5th gear surprisingly. 5th gear again for Lesmo 2, on the power nice and early, DRS is open. Personally, I like to shift down into 4th when it comes to the Lesmos to get a bit of extra rotation in there, but every driver has their own preferences. shifting down pretty late there into 5th gear, hitting that curb, the last part of Ascari, which can unsettle the car, but he looked like he was fine on that lap. Where's he braking for when it comes into Parabolica? Just before the 50 board by the looks of it. It's been a pretty clean lap by RP maybe. Is he going to finish it? No, it's going into the pits. So just a little teaser there on what his pace is actually like. TKR Saturn's gone into 2nd on a set of medium tyres.
I think GPS will have to leave you after practice. I'll sit here.
Thank you.
Just scroll the screen. But we'll try our best. I hope we'll
Yeah, I think everyone would be happy with that. I think everyone would rather listen to you than me, JB. Who is doing something interesting in practice at the moment? Ford is on a lap, he's in P12, he's on the hard compound of tyres. I do like the look of this Rapid Pixel Racing car. It's a very good livery they've got going on there. What's your favourite livery, JB, on the grid? You like Sparkies? The UGS Racing, Uggs Racing.
I like it.
Yeah, it is a good one. When it was first released in the Discord, everyone was a bit shocked with the vibrancy of the car, but it is a very, very nice car. The Alpha Midnight car. It's a new team recently, formed by James and Chris. It's also a very nice looking car. Kind of looks similar to a early noughties Williams car. 2003 style Williams. I don't think we've mentioned yet the fact that we have got 20 drivers for this race, which is very good. This might be the first time. It might not be. I might just have a rubbish memory. But that is a very good showing from everybody tonight. Clearly showing the progressive. What's the word? Progressive. Yes, of the league. The progressive trajectory of the league is, yeah, it's coming along very nicely. Michael has posted a lap on his soft, only a 119.7. He was saying earlier that he has done a 117.7 with the slipstream round here, which is, I found, absolutely incredible. Dipping the wheels into gravel. Oh, I wonder. Hope they don't. I would love to see them battle it out at the front of the grid. Maybe TKR Saturn and F1 Legend 44 can get involved, but we'll have to find that out in the race. John has just messaged. I think he's talking about the Echo.
Yeah.
Whilst we've got a little bit of a pause, we're just waiting for the practice session to wind down. We'll go over the driver standings. So at the moment we have Nathan Older, TKR Saturn in first place with 264 plates. We've got myself in second place with 210. It's AJ to the P, Lawrence, Alex and Scott with F1 Legend in 7th on 83 points after them podium finishes and the win in Hockenheim. Then we've got Johnny Stokes for Uggs Racing on 81 points in 8th with Asaf 9th, and John RPR Ford in 10th. Then we've got Wilson Big Mike in 11th, followed by Zeron and Red in 12th and 13th. We've got RP Mazing in 14th on 18 points, and James in 15th in the Alpha Midnight on 16 points. Then in 16th we have Mark Simmons, Sparky Elobs for Vanquish Rensport in 16th. Then to round out last few slots we've got Booker Bronco, Johnny Travolta, Willem and Carl. Constructor standings now. At the top we have got Vitality Rating on 314, followed by TKR Cobra 311. Very close battle at the top of the standings there. Then we've got Rapid Pixel Racing in third on 160. Uggs Racing on 101 points in fourth. We've got this is my own team, I can't even say the name of it, this is disappointing. Vitalidad Carreras in 5th on 58 points, followed by Vanquish Rensport in 6th, then TKR Viper 7th on 31 points, Alpha Midnight in 8th on 2 points, and Uggs Tugsar Racing in 9th. Just a quick overview of the standings there. Got a few close battles forming in up and down the grid. The one that I'll be looking at most is the battle for third place between AJ to the P, RPR Chubb and that guy Alex. They were all separated by 7 points. Last few minutes of practice now, which has seen 2 drivers retire in the form of Johnny Travolta and Booker Bronco. We've got the 2 esports drivers at the top of the field, Williams Michael in first, and we've got Alvaro Caraton in 4th. Good showing by the TKR Cobra lads, 2nd and 3rd. Especially Wilson Big Mike on 6 lap old tyres. He's managed to put in a 121.3. F1 legend. Is he sandbagging a bit in this session to show his true pace in qualifying and the race? Oh, we had a little bit of a moment there coming out of Ascari. Saved it very well. Looks like he's on a quicker than usual lap. We'll see how he goes at the end here. Down into 4th to get that little bit extra rotation on the power hard. Up the gears now, running to the line. Where's this going to put him? This puts him in 2nd. That was a very good lap, putting him ahead of TKR Saturn by quite a bit actually. What's that, about 1.4 seconds? It's a good lap in the qualifying session, in the practice session here. RPR Ford just gone 2nd on the soft compound tyres with a 120.8. There we go. I need to cut that chicane. Yeah, are you gonna roast? Are you gonna roast John? Or JB does not like people corner cutting in practice and qualifying sessions. To be able to get back to the pits or to get another lap in. He likes everyone to respect the track limits at all times. Alvaro Caraton is on the soft compound tyres. Just 4 attempts up it in that first sector. Oh, it's got a corner cutting penalty there at the second part of the second chicane. Easing off the power there, probably put it into 0 ERS and lean setting. A lot of drivers have entered the pits now. They know that it's getting close. Some people are out on qualifying sims. We've got a Saf out there in the Ugsar Racing. Could have got a little bit of a tow there from Caraton, but decided not to. Number 14 car happens to be my favourite number, but taken off me, so let's go with number 25. No hard feelings though, Saf, if you are watching. That guy Alex has put a good lap in. I think that is on the medium compound of tyres, 121.1. And Asaf goes into the pits there, as we see that being the end of the qualifying session. The practice session, sorry. As Michael goes quickest, right at the end there. Still holding back a little bit over 119.5. Okay, going solo now, boys. This could go very well or very badly, but hopefully it'll be. Thank you, JB, for being here for the practice and just easing me into commentary live. Yeah, I'll try and make it fun. See you later, JB. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming along. In a bit, mate. Right, I am going to pop to the toilet very quickly as we are going in between the sessions. There's only one person left on the lap, and that is Carl. So I'll join you for qualifying, guys. And here we are back with qualifying. Yes, Q1, 18 minutes start now. Who is going to be the first man out on track? We'll also get to see what drivers are starting to do pace wise. I apologise if my commentary is a bit dodgy, but this is my first time doing it, so if you could give me a little break, that would be very nice. Who are the first people coming out on track? We've got quite a few people. I see Sparky Elob's coming out there. We've got Booker Bronco, first person out on track. We've also got Johnny Travolta out there. Who else is following them? I think that was a Saf going straight on at the chicane. Bit dodgy there, bit dodgy. Wouldn't be doing that myself, but you know, people do what they want really. Now this is the man that we're going to be paying close attention to, Nath TKR Saturn. Obviously this is just Q1, but what will he be able to produce against the two esports drivers, and also what will he be able to do against Sven F1 Legend 44, who is hot on his heels at the moment in not really in championship, but in the races. He's getting closer and closer. Can he reply to the win and the recent momentum he has got? Who is going to be the first person to cross the line? I think it will be Booker Bronco, or it's actually Johnny Travolta. He has come in front of him. Might even be a Saf, who knows, but we'll drive on board with them for now as we see Johnny Travolta start his lap up. Very nice looking car. Reminds me a bit of the Ferrari, just a little bit, as he starts his lap right about now. we'll stay on board with him for a little bit of this. We've also got Booker Bronco starting his lap and a Saf. Obviously the drivers will still be getting accustomed to the car and the track. You know, a few final preparations for Q2. We've got Alvaro Caraton coming out on lap as well. He's on the medium tyre, so again still not pushing to the absolute limit, which I pray we see at some point. As all Johnny misses that inside curve which compromised his run through the final exit. Drinking gave how many times I say that, because I might be saying it quite a bit. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. Someone's binned it at turn 1. Green flags are going now. Didn't quite catch that one. Oh, it's Alvaro Caraton going a little bit wide there, touching the gravel. We've got another yellow flag. I think that's just someone slowing down to let people go through. Down into 4th for the second Les Motors. Booker Bronco gets out of the way of him. Unfortunately couldn't give him the slipstream. Saf coming out of the Parabolica now. What lap is he going to put in? He's going to put in a 1:20.6. That puts him provisional top of the standings. Who is the next across the line? I think it shall be is it Booker Bronco if he's on a lap, but I saw him slowing down. Johnny Travolta goes in second with a 1:22.2. I think that is TKR Saturn getting out the way of the Alpha Midnight driver there. Johnny Arez goes into third as TKR Saturn goes into first with 1:20.0, and that is followed by that guy Alex on 1:20.5, only 5 tenths behind there. Could Alex maybe challenge the guys at the top? 20 people in the lobby. Looks like there's a bit of a little roadblock forming. Bit of traffic here and there for the drivers who are going to have to get round this F1 Legends on a lap, and RPR Chubb goes quickest with a 1:20.0. It's a very good lap, going ahead of TKR Saturn there. Zeron goes in 6th with a 1:41.4. Sorry if I'm not catching most of this, it's a bit hard. I'm finding it a bit hard to go through everyone. Scotty has a bit of front wing damage, so he'll be having to come into the pits on this lap. That might have been the incident. We saw the yellow flag at turn 1 for guys on a lap. Carl is on the lap. Got Alvaro Caraton. He must have invalidated his lap as he stuck down in 16th place. See what Carl can do. He's not invalidated his lap yet. He's taken quite a bit of that Scar chicane. I'm running wide, but I think he's alright. I don't think he's invalidated that. He's still going, so all is good. We have F1 Legend in the background. As I've said previously, we'll be looking to get pole in this session. Pole being 3rd place due to the esports drivers. This car was a good lap in there of a 1:22.3, going ahead of his rival Booker Bronco, who is below him in 10th. F1 Legend must have invalidated his time because he is in 12th place, but he'll go again on the same set of tyres. Through turn 1 nicely there, no invalidations. Let's see how it goes into turn 2. Bit of traffic, but he's got past that very, very well. They were doing well to stay out of the way as well. Into the second chicane now, bringing just before the 100 board. He's taken that very well through there, taking a lot of curb on the inside, which helps his run through the outside. Booker Bronco, ooh, he has blocked him there at Lesmo 1. He needs to be careful. If Legend wants, he can appeal that to the stewards, but I highly doubt he will. Coming down to Scary now. RPR Chubb has gone, RPR Ford, sorry, has gone 3rd. There's a yellow flag in take 3, but I think that's just drivers getting out of the way. Taking a lot of curb there at the exit. He's getting a nice slipstream from AJ to the P, who is really a competitor of Legend, as he'll be trying to close them down in the championship with 7 races left to go. Another flag in Q3 in sector 3. I think someone has spun at the Ascari, and Legend goes quickest with a 1:19.7. Let's have a look if we can see this incident at the Ascari chicane. I think everyone's got going again. Yes, I think I might be in Booker Bronco. Again, I apologise if I miss some of these incidents, but I'm finding it quite hard to get through everyone. I think JB said about doing this, but I find that it's a bit harder as that is RPR Ford comes into pits now after doing his run. Let's see what the esports guys are doing. Alvaro Caraton has invalidated lap again. What is this man doing? He came third at a pro esports exhibition race at the weekend round China Shanghai Grand Prix. You know, congratulations to him. Just being pipped by likes of Brendan Lee, who looks to be back in form after a bit of a shaky esports season last time out. Hopefully that will not be what's the word? See, I'm very sorry guys, I think of something to say and I completely forget the word. Hopefully it won't be disrupted. Hopefully the pro esports series won't be disrupted by the COVID-19 crisis, as we see Alvaro Caraton making another mistake. Talked about pressure earlier in the Discord chat. It looks like might be getting the better of him in this league race. Or are they going to be starting at the back, and are they invalidating it on purpose? We'll wait and find out. As we're on board, not on board, but we are watching with some big Mike, who takes quite a bit of that turn 2 there, but it looks like he is all good. Going through the Curva Grande now, going down to the Del Roger chicane. What's his time for first sector split at 25.9? Says he's gone purple, but I wouldn't trust the track map. Never know though, he could have actually gone purple. We'll watch him for the rest of this up, because I think he's one of the only people out at the moment. A lot of people, a lot of the top guys who are comfortably probably won't go out for another run. Second sector split, come down into Ascari now, breaking just before that 100 metre bottle. He took quite a bit of that first part, but I think he might be fine. Saying he's going purple again in that sector 2. See what he can do coming into the parabolic. He can make up a lot of time in here. Where is he braking? Just before the 50 board, which is to be expected on the power hard. Up the gears, up into 7th. Taking the shortest run to the line, keeping it in 7th, and he goes 4th. That was a very good lap there from Wilson Big Mike, putting him ahead of that guy Alex, and AJ to the P for 120.1 as he cuts that 30k. So as we'll see quite a bit, as we see Michael Romanidis coming into Ascari now. Oh, what's he doing? He's cut that massively. I think they might be playing tricks on people. I think that they might be starting 20th and 19th, which will be, you know, it'll be very good to see them come through the field and maybe win. It'll also give, you know, people like F1 legend, RPR Chubb, Saturn, that guy Alex, and whoever else is at the top of the grid to fight it out a little bit for the top of the grid. Would be very enjoyable though to see the esports guys go for a hot lap round here, you know, in the sort of in the flesh, in the virtual flesh, rather than watching it on the esports YouTube channel, the official F1 YouTube channel. Who else is on a lap at the moment? Johnny Stokes, what is he getting up to as he comes through the rest of I don't know the first. I'll call it turn 1 and turn 2. Coming through Curva Grande now. He is on the bubble, so he's going to have to put another lap in if he wants to get out of Q3. Going a bit deep there into the second chicane into Lesmo 1 now, going down to 5th, getting that extra into 4th, sorry, getting that extra rotation. He's lagging about a little bit, but everything's good on his end probably, so he'll be able to put this lap in. People on the bubble that might have to go out for a second lap. We've got Booker Bronco, we've got Carl, Johnny Stokes on the lap now, we've got Sparky Eilbolz, We'll just call it Sparky. Sparky. Johnny Travolta, James and RP Mazing might have to go out for another lap. RP Mazing might be fine. He might be below the cut-off point on the 121.1, but James, I would feel, will have to go out again, only being, 4 attempts quicker than Johnny Stokes, who validated his last lap. So Carl is on an out lap, hoping to get out of Q1 for the first time, I believe, unless we've had less than 16. James is also on a lap, as I was speaking about him. Got 18 people watching the live stream at the moment. Thank you very much, guys. Hope I'm doing a half decent job. I hope I'm entertaining. Hope you watch this back and you go, you know what, for his first time, done a decent job. As James prepares for his lap now, we'll stay on board with him through the whole thing, as I believe he will need to improve for him to be safely through. We've got 5 minutes left of the session, so plenty of time to get a lap in and possibly get back to the pits. Maybe put on a new set of tyres as he goes into turn 1 there. A bit wide at turn 2, but that might get him a bit of a better run. Coming through the Curva Grande now. Let's see what his sector 1 split is. It's going to be a 26.2. He's 0.041 up on his time. He got a bit sideways through the second chicane there. Oh, a bit more sideways, bit of oversteer on the exit. I think he might have backed out of it with that one. We might not have. We'll stick on board with him, see what he does. It's a bit hard to see if they're still going. I think he's in ERS mode 1, so I'm guessing that he has backed out of it. See what's happening on the Discord quickly. Nothing much interesting, but if you are wanting something a bit better than me, which probably are, the 2 esports guys, Michael Robinidis and Alvaro Caraton, are streaming on Twitch, so go check them guys out, give them a bit of support. Top blokes coming into this. They didn't have to come in and do this, but they have, and it is a pleasure to have them. Hopefully we'll get a post-race interview with them after the race. We see Johnny Travolta trying to improve his time for 121.5. He might be just about safe. It all depends on what Johnny Stokes and Carl can do. Carl will have to improve massively, as Johnny Travolta skips the chicane, so he clearly is not on a lap. Anyone else? RP Mazing coming out again. See what he can do. He's got a good bit of speed about him. Does RP Mazing? Recently came in to the league. I believe his first race was Hungary, and he showed off his pace there, hoping he'll get into the top 10 today. And I can say he is very, very close up and down the field in this Q1 session. The top 11 separated by just about a second from third to 11th, as AJ to the P goes first on the 119.6 on 4 lap old softs, nevertheless. So it's a very, very respectable time there, as we see RP Mazing go through the first sector, but he's down on his time by 1/10. You see his teammate there, Scotty, getting out the way in the Uggs racing car. Very vibrant cars, these. I'd say these are like the Red Bull of the grid with their vibrancy. I'm saying that the Red Bull car isn't very vibrant, in my opinion. There is a yellow in sector 2, but I think that is Sparky getting out of the way. Anyone else out on the lap? There is F1 Legend that he's gone out for a second lap, but he is easily safe. 9th up to 3rd, you'd like to think are easily safe. They must be thinking they're safe, as they are all in the pits with 1 minute 45 seconds of this first qualifying session to go. RP Mazing coming out of the parabolic, getting a bit wide there. We'll see what this does for his time. 121.1. He improves, but not enough, don't think. Not enough to improve his position, but it might be enough to keep him safe. It all depends on what Johnny Travolta can do, who is 5 seconds down, so he's clearly not on a lap time, as there is another yellow in sector 2. The 2 esports lads are in the pit, so it looks like they will be out of the first qualifying session. Said early in the Discord that they might start at the back of the grid, which I guess all the racers in here will be loving that, you know what I mean? Especially the guys at the top, be hoping they'll actually be able to get podium as Johnny starts his lap now. What will be his last lap, so he needs to make this one count. But in the race, how far up will Alvaro Carreton and Michael Romanidis get? Leave your comments now to see how far they get up the field. Brad Older, Mike sandbagging it. Yes, I think he is. Who's the commentator from Manchester? Paul Verrill. No, I am not. I'm originally from East Yorkshire, Beverley in East Yorkshire, but I moved down south to Wiltshire, so my accent is probably a bit all over the place. I don't really care though, so let's see what else. Looks like we've got a good reception here. 24 people. As I sort of haven't been paying attention to Johnny's lap, which I'm very sorry about, Johnny. But I will now, as you come into the Parabolica for your last lap. As the session has finished, can Johnny Travolta improve and get himself out of Q1? No, he cannot, as he goes 6/10 slower. What about Sparky Elobes? Oh, he's going slow around the Parabolica, so he's going to be out. What about Booker Bronco? He's also going slow in Sector 2. Anyone else? Carl is safe by the looks of it. Must be the first time he's out of Q1. That might be wrong though, as Discord, as it's the end of the session, is going well, and I've just seen a message from Zeron. Thank you for that. Thank you for that nice message. It does mean a lot to get some praise now and again, and that is Carl through. So your top 15 are AG to the P, F1 Legend, RPR Chubb, TKR, Saturn, Wilson Big Mike, that guy, it's RPR Ford, Zeron, Asaf Jalna, should have just said Asaf, Johnny Stokes, Gotti, Arez, RP, Amazing, Carl, James, and the drivers that will not take any further part: Johnny Travolta, Sparky, Booker Bronco, and the 2 Pro Esports lads, Alvaro Carreton and Michael Romanidis. Join us next in a few minutes time for Q2. And we are back now for Q2. This is the session that will determine what the top 10 start on in the race. The fastest strategy, it's a one stop using both the soft and the medium tyres. The soft to mediums is 1/10 quicker, but it all depends on whether you want to have the soft at the end to be quicker. I think that is RP Amazing coming out first. No, it's not, it's a SAF first out onto the track, and we'll get everything up, get the lap data up and the fitted tyres. Who else is coming out quickly? And the SAF goes absolutely flying through that turn one, which is quite funny to see. As yes, Chris, they'll have to fight you most of all. Chris is you know, you are capable of a 117.7. We all know that. You know, the nerve just got the better of you in that Q1 session. Obviously, you're going to be the one that's fighting through. Really, you'll beat them easy. Come on, like there's not even competition. They should probably sack Alvaro. Why not sack Alvaro? Get Chris Booker Bronco in, because I'm telling you now, he is miles quicker than them. Trust me. Sparky as well, saying about the fight through. You'll have fun with them, hopefully. As we see a few drives out, we've got F1 legend and that guy Alex on the mediums. Everyone else looking like they're going on the soft, so a split strategy for the Vitality Racing boys. I say that they're both boys, the Vitality Racing boys, because Vitality Carreras is part of the Vitality Racing family, which F1 legend is a part of, but he is not out on track as a Rez. He's one of the first people to start his lap, and so is the Saf. These are both on the soft compound tyres, so you'd like to think that these would be able to do a low 120, sub 120. Interesting enough, TKR Saturn just starting his lap on the soft compound tyre, so an alternate strategy. So F1 legend is closest rival here as we stay on board with a race for the moment, who has not invalidated his lap yet. We've also got Scotty, who looks to be going out on the mediums. He's still in the pits though. The Saf is coming through the Ascari chicane. How much of this curb does he take? He avoids it completely. Some people prefer to absolutely abuse that, get half the car over it. Other people tend to avoid it, like Asaf did there as he comes through the parabolic now and over the line. Let's see what lap time he does on the soft tyre. This might be the tyre he starts on, and he does a 120.2, which I can't remember. I probably should have looked at the temp time. Who's the next person to come through? I believe it will be a Rez, if I get onto him quick enough, as he's coming through the parabolica. As always, coming across the line. Can he match Asaf? He has done a 126.5, so he must have made a mistake somewhere. Who else is on the lap? That guy Alex with a 120.9, a good lap there on the medium tyres. Who else is there? TKL Saturn goes first with a 119.4. Very good lap there, very good lap there in fact. As Carl, no, it's not, sorry, not Carl, RPR Chubb goes into third. Who else is there out on track? RPR Ford has starting his lap. He's going very slowly, so I wonder what's happened there. He must have invalidated his first lap. What is happening through the rest of the field? Who else do we have? Let's watch Ron, as he's going slow in sector 3, so he won't be putting a lap in. Wilson Big Mike, let's have a look at him. He's starting his second lap after he must have invalidated that first one. RP Amazing, is he putting a lap in? He is coming down the back straight now into the parabolic. Oh, someone's losing it in the background. I think that was a Rez there, but that won't do his tyres very good, even if he's on a lap. They're on for 135.9. What does RP Amazing do? He goes up to 5th with a 120.9, matching both RPR Ford and that guy Alex, who is on the medium set of tyres. I think everyone will be doing their in-laps now, as we still have F1 Legend 44 and Johnny Stokes in the pits. We've got Scotty on his outlap. We've also got Wilson Big Mike on his lap, coming down the back straight again. Been looking at these TKR Cobra cars a bit. They've got a bit of airtime through the practice session, and also during this first qualifying session. Where does this see Mike go? Oh, he goes into second, making it a 1-2 for the TKR Cobra guys. But can that last, as we haven't seen AJ to the P come out yet, or F1 Legend. But so far it looks to be a very good session for TKR Cobra guys, with Saturn 6/10 ahead of his close teammate. I think they are very good friends, Wilson and Mike, I mean, and TKR Saturn, Nate. AJ to the P's just coming out on his soft compound of tyres, and Scotty is also on a lap here on his soft compound of tyres, coming out of curve grinder into the Sector 1 split on the 26, I think. Absolutely clattering into that sausage curve in the second part of the turn of the second chicane. Anyone else doing anything good? The two drivers that will be looking to pin time are obviously a Red, who's on an outlap now, and Zeron, who is in the pit. He's on a 135.9 into the second sector split now, 53.9 for Scotty, and as he goes a bit wide there at Scary, that'll lose him a couple of tenths, you'd think. A couple of tenths? Couple of tenths, you'd think. Up until then it was looking like a pretty clean lap for Scotty. You see F1 legend in the background there. Ozzy's outlap will skip over to him once this has finished. Three drivers go back into the pits there. Scotty wears up him 10th, right on the bubble there. He will need to improve on that lap. F1 legend now going on to his lap on the medium tyres. Will stay on board with this and commentate this one through. Obviously he's on the medium tyres, so he will be having to alter his lines a little bit, alter his braking points. Braking just after the 150 ball, he's going a bit deep, little lock up there. That's going to cost him a hell of a lot of time. Up the gears quickly, short shifting as best you can. Obviously you don't get the same amount of grip from these tyres. We've also got AJ to the P behind him, who's actually gone past him. I think F1 legend has backed out of his lap, so we'll stay on board with AJ to the P now. Goes down into third as he hits the apex and getting a bit wide on the apex there, getting the rear end out a little bit. Down into fourth for Lesmo 1, getting that bit of extra rotation up to 6 just before the 50 board, breaking down to fourth on the power nice and early, just about keeping it in limits. There is he coming down now to Sky chicane. He'll be looking out for the 100-meter board and turning just past the curb. Yeah, there he goes, down into fourth, just to get maybe a bit more control of the car, using a lot of the curb on the exit and then missing curb on the final part of the chicane. He's coming down now into the parabolic. Where's he going to brake? 50-meter board, looks like into fourth, back on the throttle as quickly as possible to get the best exit possible up into seventh. Where's this going to put him? This looks like a very good lap at the moment. Going to put him in second ahead of Wilson Big Mike. He has done 119.918 AJ to the P. He is 5 tenths, a high 4 tenths behind TKR Saturn. Some drives are obviously going to need to do another lap. Zeron, who is on that lap, and F1 legend, who has started his lap again. Top of the grid does look on fire today, Chris. It looks very tight from the whole grid. Personally, watching this, it will be a very close one. Just remember to keep it clean, boys. Obviously we do have guests here today, so you know it's not really about showing off how quick we are trying to beat these pro esports races, but it is just about showing how quick the league actually is, how fair it is, the good racing, and you know, get promoting the league a little bit to get more people in, as I've been informed today by the owner that other leagues are on the way. So again, if you do like the look of this racing, make sure to head over to the Rapid Pixel Racing website, Rapid Pixel Racing, www.rapidpixelracing.com, and enter there into the Discord, and we can sort everything out for you. This has looked like a better lap from F1 legend. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 120.8, very respectable time. He goes into 9th. He might have to do another lap as he is very much on the bubble. That guy Alex is going to have to do another lap on soft compound tyres, more than likely. Looks like everyone's going on the soft, so everybody will be in the same boat. Zeron actually went quicker, which isn't really surprising on the soft compound of tyres. Lawrence, RPR Chubb, my pedals just stopped working. That is very, very unlucky for you, Chubb. Luckily you are in 5th at the moment and look to be safe on the 120.2, but obviously that can all change with track evolution. Let's see who else is out at the moment. That guy Alex is on his outlap, coming around the final corner. He's going to get a pretty nice toe maybe from it at the end of the lap from I think that might be RP Amazing in front of him. So we come down turn 1 just after the 150 bar now, getting right over that curb. He's done that absolutely beautifully there, so smooth on the controls. That guy Alex is my teammate, as a lot of you will know, and he loves the Spa Grand Prix. He had a good showing last time out, but he's definitely looking a lot more comfortable this weekend as he's taken that chicane really nicely. Got a bit of oversteer on the exit though, a little bit of understeer midway through the corner, but it's all fine. Aldi looking through it. Oh, he's missed the apex there massively. Yellow flag in sector 3. I think again it's just people slowing down to let others by. Alex needs to get this lap in. He does have 3 minutes left on the clock, so he'll be able to get another one in, but he is very much in the danger zone in 14th. No shenanigans there for Ascari, taking that really well. Johnny Stokes had left the session, so that might see him out unless he can get in within really the next minute. That's Alex flooring his way out of the parabolic. And where is this going to put him? This is going to put him in 4th, just behind Mike with a 120.2, just ahead of Saf, who's also done a 120.2, and so was RPR Chubb. So this is looking very close in the midfield and also at the top of the grid. F1 Legend will probably have to go out and do another lap again on them on the soft compound of tyres. Carl is in 15th at the moment. He is on the lap by the looks of it. People on the bubble, we've got RP Amazing will have to go out again. Scotty, I think, will have to go out again, and so will RPR Ford. Maybe even James, who's put pretty much the same lap time in as him. As he exits the final corner, he isn't on the lap, he's coming in the pit. He would probably need to go out again, but he might not have the time to do so. People in the drop zone at the moment: Rez, Zeron, F1 Legend and Johnny Stokes. As we see F1 Legend still in the pits there, so is he not going to come out and do another lap? This could mean that TKR Saturn is through. Could get a good pole. Let's see who else is on a lap. I think Arez is on a lap. Yes, he is. Going down now into Lesmo 1 at the far end of the circuit, and Lesmo 2. Difficult corners to take, you have to commit fully to them. Can have a bit of understeer out there. Come down into the Scary chicane now. Again, nice and smooth through there. As Arez comes up in 7th with 120.4, which means that he is safe. RP Amazing is on an outlap. Is he going to get over the line in time? I don't think he is. No, so that means that he is out of the session. Zeron's in the pit, so he is out. F1 Legends also out. Johnny Stokes is out. Is Carl going to be able to get through to the session? He's going to have to go a whole second quicker than what he's done so far. Can he pull us out of the bag and get into Q3? No, he's gone into the pit. So that is your Q3 gone. The biggest surprise, F1 Legend in 13th place. Could have been challenging for pole position here, but he's now out of the race. He might be able to move up depending on RPR4's 5-place grid penalty, which is a bit unfair. But you know, this game is a bit weird with penalties like that. So Q3 is done. Drivers through into the top 10. Shootout are TKR, Saturn, AJ to the P, Wilson, Big Mike, that guy, Alex, Asaf, RPR, Chubb, Arez, James, RPR for Scotty. The people not taking any part. RP Mazing, Zeron, F1 Legend, Johnny Stokes, and Carl. Q3, the final shootout will be starting any minute now. Good point to note is that all the top 10 drivers are starting on the soft compound of tyre to looking to get them out of the way, I guess, at the beginning of the race and have the mediums at the end. Like everyone is doing that though, so no one has really an advantage over everyone. Sounds like your PS4 wants to take off. Yes, it does. It is absolutely off its nut at the moment. Fortunately for Booker Bronco, word on the grapevine is he wants to give the rest of the grid a chance and race up with the esports lads. Hopefully we'll be able to see that, Chris. It will be good to see you go through the field. You're improving very slowly and it's very good to see. As Q3 is just about to start, let's see who is the first out on the track for this session. Looks like no one's in a rush at the moment. I predict that Asaf might be the first one out. Yes, he is. He's been the first one out in every session so far. We'll put telemetry on, full race map on, details fitted. Yeah, we'll see what tyres are going. It's a bit obvious, so we'll have our fastest lap on. As he goes flying through that first chicane there, as usual. So we've got Asaf first out with RPR Chubb behind him, followed by that guy Alex just coming out of the pits now. Hopefully a good showing for him and the Vitality Racing man representing me pretty much today. It's good to know. Everyone out on track. Scotty and James and Arez still staying in the pits. TKR Saturn is going to be the main man to watch in this session. I might stay on board with him for his flying lap in Q3 here. We will watch TKR Saturn on this lap here. See what his first banker time could do as he's coming out of the power bugger. Try and get the best exit he possibly can. Start his way down this very long straight. DRS wide open. Obviously using very minimal drag. More than likely using 2-2 wings or 2-3 wings down the gears into second. Oh, and he has drifted round there. That's not going to help him get a very good time. But he did save it and he's still on his way. Let's see what his lap time is going to be like coming into the first checkpoint. Didn't quite catch that one. He's bouncing all over the curves. This doesn't look like the smoothest of laps from TKR. Can he let me know, I've done it again. I've forgotten the word I was going to say. Anyway, can he bring this back in the final half of the lap? Down to the Scottish Cane DRS again, breaking the 100 metre board very smooth through there, down to 4 as he grazes that final curb. as we'll start to see drivers coming over the line any second now. I think Asaf will be the first one to go with a 120.7. Who is next across the line? I think it might be TKR Saturn actually, as we see Chubb come into the pitch. What can TKR Saturn do on his way to a pole position? 119.5, so it's actually slightly slower than his Q2 Turbo Track Evolution. He will be able to go quicker and improve in that third corner, as we see Wilson Big Mike going second. That guy Alex comes through in third in 120.2. I know for a fact he can go quicker. AJ to the P has done a very good lap there on the 119.5, mixing it with TKR Saturn. Is he able to you know, stop him from getting pole, really, as its closest competitor F1 Legend has not gone through. Perez comes over line 120.5, and same with John on a 120.5. Is there anyone else looking to come over the line? Scotty has invalidated his lap. Who was that finally coming over the line? James in the Alpha Midnight Racing on a 120.3. He's also a person that's improved massively of late. Just seeing what's happening in the Discord, because some good stuff always gets put in there. Also talking to my drivers at the same time. This looks like it's shaping up to be a very good race at the moment, with the Pro Esports drivers starting in P19 and P20, not very respectively. Didn't really set a time. They're just coming in here to have a bit of fun, to promote our league, you know, which is very, very good. I've already said for them to do. You know, they didn't have to do this, but they have. So big props to them too. As we see Scotty coming across the line. What time is he going to do? He's on a 120.7, which puts him in ninth, just ahead of RPR Chubb, who hasn't set a lap yet, but is out on a out lap now. So we'll watch him, as I think everyone is coming back in to the pits. As I was saying, shaping up to be a very good race. We have the esports lads at the back of the field. You have F1 Legend out of position in 13th place. What can he do? Will he be able to go through the field with the esports boys and challenge TKL Saturn for the win? Speaking of the devil, he's come out on a second lap. You can just see him in shot there behind RPR Chubb on his lap. Clean through there from Chubb into the two Lesmos now. Oh, a little bit shaky on the exit there, but it's fine, getting as close to that grass as he dares, running all of that Astra on the outside, not getting a invalidation. He's coming down into the Sky DRS wide open, coming in at about 215 miles an hour down into fifth gear. Is he going to clatter this curb? No, he hasn't. He's just grazed it gently on the exit as he's going past James in the Alpha Midnight Racing car. Now hurtling towards the final corner of Parabolic. You want to be getting on the power as early as possible to maximise your speed. You'll have this in maximum hot lap mode. What's his time going to be? He puts him up into fourth, head of Saf, and that guy Alex a 120.0. That's a very good banker lap there from RPR Chubb. As we see TKL Saturn starting another lap now. Will his turn one be cleaner? Yes, it is, as he clatters that first curb and also gets a bit on that second one, coming down through the Curva Grande now into the Della Rosa chicane. See if he's up on his time. He should be up on his time. He is by 0.2 of a second. If he keeps this going, this looks like it'll be a very good lap and secure his pole position. Can AJ to the P respond to this? TKL Saturn's teammate Wilson Big Mike is also on a lap here. See how he's doing. He's coming into the first sector split. He's done a guessing he did about a 26, 27. Who else do we have on the lap? We have that guy Alex on lap. Oh, right behind him. So I'm guessing he is either looking to get the toe, which is very crucial around here, or either on a in lap. Asaf is on a out lap. These might be the final laps for these guys, and we see RPR Ford going onto a lap now as well. TKR Saturn coming through the final corner now. Is this going to be his pole position time? He's done a 1:19.1, which is an absolutely insane lap. I don't think anyone will be able to touch him now unless they put the lap of their life in around this track, which is easily doable. It's not out of the question, but a 1:19.1 is a very, very good lap. As we see that guy Alex improve and do a 1:19.9, got helped massively there from Mike's slipstream. Who else can we see on lap? RPR Ford is on their lap now, coming through the second DRS zone, breaking at the 100 board, down the gears, getting it in nicely there. No issues through there for the RPR driver as he comes down the back straight now, going into the Parabolica final corner on this track. Let's see what time this is going to be. Oh, he's pitting. He's coming into the pits. Might have made a mistake somewhere else around the lap. Anyone else on the lap? Asaf is on the lap. He's coming through the Ascari chicane. Just come out of the Ascari chicane, coming down the back straight now in the Uggs Tugsar racing car. His teammate unfortunately got knocked out in Q1, but he still got Scotty as he goes very wide there. Is that going to be an invalidation? Is he going to come into pits? No, he's going to finish the lap. What's it going to be? 7/10 slower, 1:20.8 for him. I think everyone is back in the pits now. We've got Scotty on a out lap. He's coming through the Parabolica now to start his lap. This will be his final lap unless he can get round and do a final one. All depends on how much fuel he has in the car. AJ to the P. All eyes will be on him on his final lap. Can he get anywhere near TKR Saturn, who looks like to have put his final lap in, unless he can get out around about now and put his final lap in. This has been pretty entertaining qualifying in my opinion. First time doing this. Yeah, it's been pretty fun. Usually I'd be in the car probably bricking it right now, but luckily for me I don't have that pressure on me, so everything is good. Scotty coming through the far end of the track now, 2 Lesmos. He's looked to tackle the first one well, he tackled that second one, even picking up a bit of grass there, using all the track. At the end of the day, you do pay for the full track. Into the Ascari chicane now. Very smooth through there from the Uggs Racing. Oh, in fact he's gone off, and that is a big incident for Scotty there as he is out of the session. Big crash there from the Uggs Racing driver. He might have been up on his time, but we'll never know. Hopefully the boys will be able to get the car fixed in time. Hopefully it won't affect him when it comes to the race. Hopefully he won't make the same mistake in the race as the rest of the field are on their lap now. There's another yellow flag in sector 3. I think I saw him coming into the pits, and here's AJ to the P. He's 1/10 down at the moment on his lap, so he's going to need the best middle and final sector of his life, as we have the checkered flag now. TKL Saturn is provisional pole. What can AJ and Wilson Big Mike do? I think AJ might have backed out of it, but I might be wrong because he's still going. Yes, he has backed out of it, so that is AJ's lap done. This is looking more and more promising for TKL Saturn. What can his teammate do though? Can they look out the front row of the grid? This will be the first time this happened. Actually, Big Mike has invalidated his lap, so by the looks of it, TKL Saturn has got pole with a 1:19.1. Absolutely incredible lap there. Really good. It's a question of ifs really. What if F1 Legend had have got into Q3? Would have been able to challenge that? Would have been able to go even quicker than the 1:19.1? We'll never find out. But we have a very good race in front of us. this is how the top 10 look. We have TKR Saturn on pole with a 119.1, very good lap. AJ to the P in second will be wanting to challenge him down into turn 1 and through the Curva Grande with 119.5. Then we've got two very close drives there. Wilson Big Mike in third with a 119.9, and that guy Alex also on a 119.9 in fourth behind him. RPR Chubb with a 120, again very close by. It's going to be a close battle between them three. Then Asaf a 10th back with a 120.144 in sixth place. Then we have James, good showing by the Alpha Midnight Racing driver in seventh, I believed it was. Yes, he is in seventh. Then we've got a Rez in eighth and RPR Ford in ninth, with Scotty with that big crash at the end of the session in 10th. Next up is the big race. Don't miss this one. Best of luck to all the guys out there. Remember to keep it clean, as we do have two very special guests. But just drive your best, have fun, and hopefully put some good racing on show. See you then. Here we go then, coming into the race. The drivers all looking at their strategies. What are they going to do? Got the two esports boys at the back. How are they going to spice things up coming through the field? That's going to be very entertaining to watch. Can F1 Legend go with them and challenge TKR Saturn for the win of the race? This is very, very good for TKR Saturn's championship hopes, as he does currently lead by around 56 points, with myself not being able to race. This will put him well on his way to winning the championship. So everyone's just ranging up now. The session is about to start any second now, as we're on the grid. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go for the Italian Grand Prix here. Good start there from TKR Saturn. AJ to the P. He's going to be able to challenge him into turn 1. I don't think he's going to be able to. It looks like he's going to be able to hold on to this. What's the people going to be able to do further down the grid? That guy Alex and Wilson Big Mike look like they're having a bit of contact there. Let's see anything happening at the rear end. No, not at the moment. We've got a yellow flag. Who is that? Looks like it's Booker Bronco and Alvaro Caraton, maybe. No, looks like the two esports drivers have got through scot-free there. Hopefully it'll be good to watch them come through, as Michael goes for a big lunge there on Johnny Stokes and pulls it off back to the front of the field. Now actually, let's head over to F1 Legend, who looks like he's got a pretty good start there. Up to knife. Oh, and someone's on the gravel. Someone's nearly lost it. Johnny Stokes has left session. Just very close racing at the moment. That guy Alex and Wilson Big Mike. That guy Alex has moved up into third place. Good start from him. What are the two at the front doing as we're coming to end the final lap of the whole race here? Final lap out of the first lap of the 27. Should I say. What data can we get on? We'll see the position changes, see who is the winners and losers of this first lap, as obviously TK Sun setting the fastest lap of the race here, but big winners here. F1 Legend. Oh, and as Wilson Big Mike goes for the move on Alex, is he able to pull it off? Yes, he is. Is Alex able to get the cutback on him? Let's stay on board with Alex here. And then we'll go through the winners and losers as it goes side by side through the cover ground. Is it going to be a Vettel Alonso situation here? I don't think it is. Is that guy able to get the move complete? I think, yeah. TKR Saturn with a 3-second time penalty already for multiple warnings. Is that going to spice things up? Probably. So Legend, F1 Legend with a big win there, up 3 places. RPR Ford also up 3 places down the grid there. Let's see how he's getting along. No connection issues for him. Obviously, the esports lads, we've got Michael Romanidis in P14 already, gone up 5 places. Got Alvaro Caraton behind him, getting the better out of his teammate at the moment is Michael Romnidis, putting a bit of pressure on these guys behind. Don't bottle it, lads, and we've got a slow, maybe AI car, I think, as we see Michael go up and yet another position. What else is happening here? Oh, F1 legend going for a move for 8th position. He's on the medium tyres as the DRS gets enabled. AJ to the P, sets fast as that. That is a beautiful move there from F1 legend. I'm trying to stay up to date with all this, but it is very, very hard, I am not going to lie. As Alvaro Carreton sets the fastest lap of the race. Is he going to be able to pull a move off into turn 1? I don't think he is, as I think Michael there pulls off a move. He's already up to 11th position, as that's a res that's gone wide there at turn 2, and that promotes Michael again. Now he's up behind RPR Ford. We've got a SAF 0.5 of a second behind Chubb, with Chubb. This is really close here, the battle for third, as we have Wilson Big Mike, a bit of a train behind him, that guy Chubb and Asaf all roughly within a second of him, about 1.5 seconds separate them all. It's been a very clean opening few laps first, which is very, very good, as we see the top two, TK Sound and AJ to the P, slowly go away with this race, as Michael from Nidis gets in front of RPR Ford. Oh, going a bit wide there for Michael. Is RPR Ford going to have a go at him into the parabolica? He's getting closer. He's getting much closer. Is he going to have a go? No, he's going to think better of it and just stick behind. Maybe use the DRS to get higher up the field. And here goes that guy Alex. He is going to get DRS on Wilson Big Mike. He's going to pull the move off around the outside of Wilson Big Mike. And since fast up, all good wheel-to-wheel racing so far by these two. Anything going into turn 2? No, Alex has got the move done, but is Wilson going to be able to come back in? I keep calling him Wilson. It's Mike Wilson, Big Mike. Anyway, doesn't really matter at the moment. Is he going to be able to challenge into the second chicane? He's gaining. TKO Saturn with another 3-second time penalty. That's 6 seconds to him already. Oh, that guy Alex slow out there. Is Wilson Big Mike able to go for the move? No, he is not. This is edge of the seat stuff, this, as a Saf goes up the inside of RPR Chubb. Didn't quite catch that move, but I'm guessing it was a pretty good move, especially if it was into Lesmo 1. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2 there, so someone must have spun. F1 legend behind this group that includes James, RPR Chubb and a Saf. He'll need to clear this quickly if he's going to challenge TK. Oh, there's a spin there. There's a spin there for both Asaf and for RPR Chubb. And that's, I think, Michael Romnidis and both Alvaro Carreton getting caught up in that. Have they got any damage, the esports boys? I don't think they have. But Asaf has got a time penalty. There is a virtual safety car out. Now, Alvaro Carreton does have a bit of wing damage. Michael Romnidis benefiting massively from that, moving up a couple of positions, 7th, avoiding the carnage. Is F1 legend got any damage? I hope he hasn't. I don't think he does. He looks like he's going careful as Alvaro Carreton comes into the pits to get a new front wing. Unavoidable, really. F1 legend now just really needs to use Michael Romnidis to get through the field. This will give everyone a chance to just calm down a little bit after these hectic first few laps. As we see the top, we see Saturn really leaving AJ to the P in the dirty 3.4 seconds ahead. Maybe AJ to the P could benefit from this. So far, lap 5 got TKO Saturn, AJ to the P, followed by that guy Alex and Wilson Big Mike close behind. Good battle throughout the whole race probably with these. 3-second time penalties for a few drivers there. Then a bit further down we've got James, RPR Ford, and then we've got Michael Romnidis. Oh, RPR Ford has got a time penalty as we go green for driving over the limit in this virtual safety car. Michael Romnidis is right behind him now. Then we've got F1 legend behind him, who's hopefully just going to use Michael to his advantage, just stay with him. Then RPR Chubb has lost a lot of time recently, he might be having problems with his pedals. Then we've got Zeron, Scotty, and then RP Mazing, Carl. Oh, as Carl spins, he saved it. Good save there from Carl. Johnny Stokes, Sparky, Alvaro Carreton after making that pit stop, has gone onto the soft tires. Booker Bronco is spinning there. Where is that? That's out of the Lesmo 2. Then we've got Saf, Johnny Travolta, and a Res. Oh, and there's Wilson Big Mike. He's going around the outside of that guy Alex. That's a very good move if he can pull that off, but it looks like Alex has got the cut back on him. This is going to be a repeat of lap 2 or 3, I think. Oh, there's a bit of wheel banging there. This is very, very close stuff between the rivals. Is Alex going to be able to get the better of him? It looks like he has, yes. This is going to be a very good battle. It's going to go the whole way through. Oh, but it looks like he might have got beside him. Wilson Big Mike's up the inside here, going into the left mode 1. Is he going to be able to make it stick? Oh, no, he isn't. Not quite. A bit of wheel-to-wheel racing. Bit of argy-bargy there between the two boys, but it is what we like to see. At the end of the day, it is good, fair racing. We have 27 people watching. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in today. Again, I'm sorry if I miss anything, or if my commentary is a bit all over the place. This is my first time doing this. We also have 2 esports drivers, pro esports drivers in the form of Michael Romanidis and Alvaro Caraton, 2 Williams pro esports drivers joining us today. Thank you very much to them too. They started at the back of the grid. Michael is now up into P6 with Alvaro Caraton having to pit for a damaged front wing after getting caught up in an incident, as he looks like he's gone for a move on Sparky down into the Ascari chicane. And Michael Romanidis, is he going to go around? Oh, very good move there from Alvaro Caraton. Obviously it's what you expect from a podium finisher and a pole position there in esports. Very good move, very well controlled. Looks like we've got battles up and down the field here. We've got F1 legend right behind Ford. He's going to go side by side with him through the curve ground. Is he going to be able to get him into the second chicane? Alvaro Caraton, I've butchered his name, nightmare. Caraton has set the fastest lap, as Ford just gives that position to Legend. Don't put much of a fight. Legend has done very well to get up into 7th place. What's happening with the top guys then? We sort of have a few little battles emerging down the grid. We have Wilson Big Mike and Alex being one of them. Alex in P3 looking for yet another podium as he gets a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to help him. But AJ to the P is looking to be staying within 2.5 seconds of TKR Saturday, who is out the lead. Looks like we've got a battle with RPR Chubb and Zara. This is very good racing, I must say, so far in this race. We have another little train forming here between Scotty, RP Amazing and RPR Chubb. We'll stay on board with this as we're going down the main straight where there is another opportunity. We've also got Michael Romanidis going for a move into turn 1 on James. James isn't going to fight very hard. Val Caraton has got a 3-second time penalty. I'm saying now that wouldn't help out at all in the Pro Esports race, but lucky for him, this is just a fun race for him. Nothing's on the line for him. This is hopefully something else can happen in the future, but at the moment it's just a one-off competition, as Michael is now looking to catch up to Wilson Big Mike, and he's already really done so. He's 0.8 behind. This is going to get feisty. It's going to be a 3-way battle for the podium now. Will there be any collisions between the guys? We'll go on board with Wilson Big Mike. Is he going to be able to go for a move into this guy chicane? He's gaining. Oh, he's just going to back out of it. Just save some ERS, save some fuel for now, which is a very good strategy to deploy. Here we see the esports drive doing that a lot. We've got Michael. Is he going to go for a move up into the... This is going to be an unbelievable move if he gets this done. Wilson Big Mike's just going to leave the door open for him. There he goes through into 4th. Next on his list is that guy Alex, but Wilson Big Mike looks to be coming back at him as he just closes into the slipstream. Here we go now for the move on that guy Alex. That guy Alex going a bit defensive, it seems. And as Michael, shows him dummy to the outside and goes for the inside. That guy Alex is having none of it. He wants to keep this pro esports driver behind him. He wants to show what he's all about. And the other pro esports driver just overtook RPR Chubb, is now up into 13. Oh, that was very close between the two of them, but Michael's going to go down the inside. Easy move now, surely. And Alex can see the position. It isn't really his fight. So now we see Michael charge for the top 2 guys, AJ and TKL Sand, as I think RPR Ford has he's coming into the pits for a new set of tyres on lap 9. He's gone on to the mediums there. RPR Chubb and that guy Alex, not that guy Alex, Zeron having a good battle, and RP Amazing's got involved. He's racing against his teammate Scotty Harris there. How's F1 Legend doing? He's closing up behind James. He's on the medium tyres, don't forget, and he actually isn't that far behind TKR Saturn, as we see Jordan Travolta get a penalty for speeding in the pit. What's happened here? Oh, we go side by side, RP Amazing and Scotty. Is there going to be an instant here? And they both get through, they're fine. Actually, I think no, everyone's fine. Everyone's fine, that's all good. That is obviously where Scotty had his big crash in Q3. Looks like everything is alright at the moment. We see this fight between Wilson Big Mike and that guy Alex go on throughout the whole thing. This is really good. Oh, both have a little moment in turn one there. The tyres started to go off. Are they having heating issues with the tyres? F1 Legends just closed back onto the back of James as he actually overtakes him there. Wonder what's happened to James. He must have just let him through. Not really his fight. Is he going to go for the move now? He's just going to sit behind. Not his fight. F1 Legends on a different set of tyres to James, and this is going to see F1 Legends try and close up behind that guy Alex and Wilson Big Mike. This is where his tyres will really come clutch as the soft tyres start to go off. Back to this battle now between RPR Chubb, Zeron, RP Amazing and Scotty Harris. This is going to be another one that's going to go the whole way. Alvaro Carreton now caught up to Carl. Will Carl just let it by, or will he put up a bit of a fight like that guy Alex did on Michael Romnidis with a bit of DRS? Going to be an easy move going up to the Ascari chicane in the second DRS zone. Oh, TKL Saturn is in the pit from the lead of the race. Is he trying to get an undercut here? Let's see how many stops people have already done. So people to stop Alvaro Carreton, he'll have to get RPR 4, get a 3-second tyre penalty onto the medium tyres for TKL Saturn. This promotes both AJ to the P, Michael Romnidis, that guys, and F1 Legends. Where is TKR Saturn going to come out? Looks like it'll be P5 as his teammate comes into the pit behind him, Wilson Big Mike. This will need to be a good lap from TKR Saturn. Is he going to come out into a battle early? He's going to go 3 wide, and he's just going to give it up. Coming out in a bit of traffic, this might hinder him a little bit. He's going to have to get through these pretty quick. So people that have stopped already, TKR Saturn, Alvaro Carreton, who probably have to stop again. He won't be able to take soft tyres the whole way. Wilson Big Mike just got James, Scotty Harris, RPR Chubb, Asaf, RPR John and Arez, along with Johnny Travolta and Booker Bronco. Oh, and who's that making a little bit of a mistake? That is Zeron, who's just gonna let TKR Saturn go by. Oh, and he's made a mistake. The race leader has gone deep into the net. Race leader's gone deep into Lesmo 1. That isn't going to help his tyres, and now we've got Alvaro Carreton in his DRS zone. Is he going to be able to overtake him, or will he just think better and stick him behind Johnny Travolta, getting out of the way as he is a lap down? Wilson Big Mike getting past Carl there. That was a uncanny mistake there from the championship leader TKL Saturn. Looks like we've got a yellow flag. They take 2, but that's gone away. Alvaro Carreton, you like to think, would get ahead of him, as that guy Alex is in the pits, and so is AJ to the P. What's going to happen? Is there going to be a change here? Oh, AJ just gets out in front of that guy Alex. Is Alvaro Carreton going to be able to go for a move into turn 1? Is it on the hot lap? Where's actually that guy Alex and AJ to the P? AJ to the P is going to come out right next to TKL Saturn. TKL Saturn has lost a lot of time there with that mistake, as AJ to the P gets very close to the pro esports driver Alvaro Carreton, and that guy Alex comes out actually behind Wilson Big Mike. So Wilson Big Mike using that undercut to his advantage. This is a very close race. This is absolutely wonderful to watch. TKL Saturn actually holding on. He's taking it to the pro esports drivers. I thought he would. I thought him and F1 Legend would be able to take it. It's going to be close to see if F1 Legend may be able to come out with these guys, or even maybe ahead of them. Is he able to make the overcut work, as our leader Michael Romnidis goes away with this race, as Rez gets another 3-second time penalty. RP he's been 11 seconds, so 22 seconds behind the leader now, as Alvaro Carreton is right up behind TKL Saturn. He's going to go move into parabolic. I don't think he is. Johnny Travolta has retired from the session. Pardon me. Well, Caraton now. Surely he'll make light work of TKR Saturn, who's also though got the DRS on RP Amazing. I doubt RP Amazing will put up much of a fight, but we'll have to wait and see. Alvaro Caraton is just gonna wait behind, be patient. He knows what he's doing. He can take his time there and just pick him off when he's able to. Anything going on behind, we've got a bit of a gap formed now between that guys and Wilson Big Mike due to the undercut. AJ to the P is actually closer to TKR Saturn, but this fighting could help AJ to the P, and the other behind could also help F1 Legend, who we've got to pay close attention to. That as TKR Saturn goes defensive. Alvaro Caraton, is he going to be able to get the cutback? Yes, he is. Is he going to be able to pull the move off into Lesman 2? No, he thinks better of it and pulls out of it. He's just going to wait for the DRS. Alvaro Caraton all over the back of TKR Saturn there, and RP Amazing. Is he going to go defensive? No, he isn't. RPR, as we've got a virtual safety car. So I wonder who's crashed out there. It's probably due to TKR Saturn gets another 3-second time penalty. This is very uncanny of him. He's got 9 seconds worth of penalties, and so does Wilson Big Mike as well. So the two teammates getting time penalties again. This fight in between these three drivers, as RPR Ford has left the session. He's retired from the session, which is unfortunate to see. Never want to see a driver retire. This could help F1 Legend, who's gone into the pits. Where's he going to come out? He's actually changing his front wing. This could be very close. In fact, no, it isn't. TKR Saturn and AJ to the P have gone out ahead. Alvaro Caraton's used this to come into the pits. That guy Alex has jumped F1 Legend. Where's he going to come out? Is he going to come out in 7th place? Yes, he is, but this is going to help him out massively. He's able to go all the way to the end now on the soft tyres, and he's going to try and take the race to that guy Alex, Wilson Big Mike, AJ to the P, and TKR Saturn. Hopefully we can have a good showdown at the end. Alvaro Caraton's also able to use this very well, to use the medium set of tyres, as his soft would not have been able to make it to the end of the race. He's going to have to fight his way back through the field now. RP Amazing is another driver who made his pit stop, and he's actually ahead as we go green now, I believe. Yes, I might be in a bit late to that one, but what is happening through the field? AJ to the P is now close to 1.3 seconds behind TKR Saturn. Is he going to be able to do anything about that? Can he get in the DRS, the all important DRS around this circuit? It's up. Alvaro Caraton goes past Scotty Harris. I'm getting into the first Lesmo. TKR Saturn hoping to not make the same mistake he made on his outlap at Lesmo 1. 15 laps into this race now. 13 to go, 12 laps to go in fact, as we go on to lap 16 now. As for the leader, pro esports driver Michael Romanidis is going away with this race as he's catching up to more back markers. Should be fairly simple to the end. He had a pretty good race here, absolutely romping the whole field. I would have loved to have been in this race to show off some pace and hopefully take it to these guys, but unfortunately I haven't been able to. Just the F1 Legend right up behind the gearbox for James on them fresh soft tyres. He should be able to get past him easy. He's going to go to the left side of James, go around the outside of Curve Grande. It should be a pretty easy move for the Vitali Carreras man. Goes down the inside there, very nice move. What else happened through the field? It looks like the battle between that guy Alex and Wilson Big Mike separated a little bit to 1.5 seconds. Everyone sort of seems spread out a little bit, although we do have a battle all the way down here. And Alvaro Caraton just coming, he's coming to pits again for a set of soft tyres, which he will be able to make to the end. We went a little bit wide in there. Wouldn't want to do that in a pro esports race. So it's going to be fun to watch him come through again. He might actually get lapped by his teammate Michael Romanidis, who's right up behind him. RPR Ford has left the session. This might cause a problem, hopefully not with the session, which it hasn't. We've got F1 Legend going to be coming up to that guy Alex, technically not his teammate but part of the same family. So me personally hoping they don't take each other out, they can help each other get through, as we've got some gaps forming now. That guy 2.3 seconds behind Wilson Big Mike, who is 3.4 seconds behind. AG to the P. TKR Saturn is in second, 2 2.5 seconds ahead of Age to the P. As RPR, Chubb and Zeron are still going at it here. Been a very good race. We'll keep a close eye with this for a little bit. Alvaro Caraton in 14th place. Hopefully he gets a move on and gets up through the field. Would be funny though to see his teammate Michael Romnidis lapping. That would be a first for Alvaro Caraton. I'll put my house on it if I had one. So battles going on through the fields as Johnny Stokes pits. We've got this one between Zeron and Chubb, and that is about it. We've got F1 Legend trying to come back through this field, and he's doing a pretty good job. He's only about 9. He's about 8 seconds behind TKR Saturn, maybe a bit more than that. But I think Ages to the P has closed up a little bit there on Saturn, so maybe Saturn made a mistake. Oh, Williams Michael must have come into the picture there. Yes, he has, because he has dropped to only 4 seconds ahead of Saturn. Now that might have been Team Wars. Maybe Alvaro Caraton didn't want to get lapped, so told his teammate to go into the pits. Who knows, he probably just did it so he can go and set the fastest lap of the race, which I am betting that will be an absolutely rapid lap from the Pro Esports driver. Back to the battle with Zeron and RPR. Chubb. Looks like Zeron has actually dropped out of the DRS zone here. It's going to be a struggle for him for the next few laps. Alvaro Caraton goes quickest as he's trying to climb back through the field. He's just overtaken Carl there behind him. Oh, 3-second time penalty for Alvaro Caraton. That's 6 seconds worth as he takes a massive chunk out of that turn 1 chicane. With 10 laps remaining, is he able to get inside the top 10? Will he be able to close down to even the likes of F1 Legend, maybe even TKL Sound? On top of F1 Legend, he's pumping in some quick laps now. He's only 2.7 seconds behind that guy Alex, who is now closed in a tiny bit to Wilson Big Mike, which has actually just been increased there to 1.8 seconds. So it looks like we're in a bit of a stalemate here. Just have to get a 3-second time penalty. AJ to the P's closing in a little bit on the TKL side. Will there be able to be a chance later on in the race, maybe at the end? Yeah, obviously we still do have a long way to go. We still have 9 laps remaining, 9 or 10 laps remaining. So this is in a good position as TKL side gets another time penalty up to 12 seconds now, which is not going to help him massively. This puts the people behind him in a very, very good position to maybe beat him. Oh, that was very close between F1 Legend and I think Johnny Stokes, but he's fine. He hasn't got any front wing damage by the looks of it, and he's on his charges. Michael Romnidis gets his first penalty of the night, 3-second time penalty. Got a yellow flag in sector 2 somewhere. It might be someone getting out of the way. That guy Alex is actually close to 1.2 seconds behind Wilson Big Mike. So as Wilson Big Mike made a mistake, can that guy Alex get back into the DRS? That would help him massively as Michael Romnidis, not surprisingly, sets the quickest lap of 1:21.072. This looks like it'll come all together at the end of the race. Hopefully we can see a last lap move for even the lead or a podium position. Hopefully we can see Alvaro Caraton get involved in it, who is making his way through the field, trying to just put some clean laps in the Williams looking cars. Obviously we aren't running the F1 2019 cars, so they've had to improvise and make a car that looks the same as the Williams car, and I think they've done a pretty good job. They could have made it look like 2020 car and put a little bit of red on there, but I don't think that was possible. What they've come out with is a very nice looking car. That was F1 Legend. He's actually 1 second behind that guy who gets a 3-second time penalty to put him the pressure on. Hopefully they can work together here to get closer to Wilson Big Mike. This will actually help that guy out, get him in the DRS and move him closer to his rival Wilson Big Mike. They are at the front here. We have AJ to the P falling to 2.3 seconds as F1 Legend goes past that guy with ease. No team orders there from either of them unless they're in a party together. And Michael Romnidis with another fast lap 1:20.8. This man is on a different level, honestly, unbelievable. Looking at these two though, what can they do? Can they get on the podium? Can they challenge the TKR cars, who have got a second, third and fourth in this race? Really for us, that would be a full podium finish for the TKR boys, as I don't think anyone's going to be able to challenge Michael Romnidis in this race. Is 11 seconds ahead. Obviously penalties are going to cause a massive issue at the end. People will be moving all over the place, especially TKR Saturn at 12 seconds penalty. Is that going to cost him the second place here today? We'll wait and find out in a little while. In the race, there's 8 laps to go here. Oh, F1 legend gets a little bit out of shape as he tries to close on to Wilson, Big Mike, and then he'll try to close on to AJ to the P, as Rez and Carl are having a bit of a ding-dong battle here. Ooh, as Carl's off his track at Parabolica. Is he going to be able to get the slipstream and DRS off of Rez? No, I think Rez has just got that. Must have got the move done after the DRS detection zone. What's our man Alvaro Caraton getting up to? He's just trying to close into Scotty Harrison P13 here. How's the battle going between RPR Chubb and Zero? Looks like I've calmed down as RPR Chubb has gapped Zero by 2.3 tenths of a second. That guy still staying in the DRS zone of F1 legend, who's trying to get in the DRS zone of Wilson Big Mike. This is going to be a very tight end as they go on to lap 21 out of 27 here at the Italian Grand Prix. This has been a very enjoyable race so far, especially to watch. It would have been fun to be a part of it, but no, I can't do anything about that. Hopefully I'll be back for Sochi, Russia, as I do like that track very much. That might be a very unpopular opinion amongst people watching and people on the grid, but I don't care, you know, I like the track. I'm pretty good there, so fine. See, F1 Legend now is in 0.9 tenths behind Wilson Big Mike, meaning he'll be able to get DRS zone. TKR Saturn at the front, just keeping that gap swayed to the P at 2.8 seconds. You might want to spread that out a bit more than that. Obviously, if you're enjoying what you see in the racing and the commentary, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, make sure you turn the notification bell on so that you get notified next time we are streaming a race. Also, make sure you stick to the end after the race, as we are going to get post-race interviews with both the Pro Esports drivers, which is going to be a very good opportunity, a very good moment for me, in fact, to be able to talk to these guys. As we see F1 Legend in the DRS zone now on Wilson Big Mike as he goes streaming past him. Tyre difference and having the DRS playing a massive effect now. Is he able to pull away now? Oh, he's gone deep there. He's had to cut the chicane. He's got a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. That is going to have a massive effect at the end of the race. Now is that guy Alex able to close in on Wilson Big Mike here, as he's actually closing in massively on F1 Legend. Hopefully F1 Legend can get back into rhythm and take the fights at AJ to the P and TKR Saturn, but we'll stay on board with this battle, because I'm telling you now, if Wilson Big Mike sees an opportunity, he's going to go for that opportunity, and that opportunity might come at the Sky K or into turn 1. He is 0.5 seconds behind. Is he using everything he can? He's got into overtake. F1 Legend trying to break that slipstream, which will be crucial in getting away. That guy Alex looks like he's struggling a little bit to get back to Wilson Big Mike, but you never know. If these two start fighting, he might be able to get closer. F1 Legend in P4, but if you're not including Michael Romnidis is actually in the pits again, so he must be going for, this must be like a 4-stop strategy here. TKR Saturn's are actually going to get in front of the Williams esports driver, so it's AJ to the P, so this could stir things up a little bit. Think though he'd be able to overtake them on fresher tyres. Only 4 laps remaining though. He's going to have to get it done quickly. I know for a fact TKR Saturn will defend for his life. Wilson Big Mike wasn't able to get close to F1 Legend. This has been a really close battle at the top of the field here. Very, very enjoyable to watch. As I've said many times, would have been good to be part of it. Wilson Big Mike is looking down the outside there of F1 Legend, but nothing come of it. Just showing F1 Legend he is still there. Don't forget about him. making sure he can see him in the mirrors, maybe put him offline, get an opportunity if he makes a mistake. As Michael Romanidis has already 0.5 seconds behind, aided to the P. Go on, imagine him won't make this easy for the esports driver as he's in a P2 lock up there from Michael Romanidis, but probably won't slow it down. So he's got a very good run there out of the Ascari. Is he gonna? He won't be going for the move. We saw this a lot in the pro race. Oh, he's left the section. Michael Romanidis has left the section, so that helps TKL Saturn and AJ to the P hugely, really, as they are now in a certain P2 and P3. Again, is F1 Legend able to close up to the back of them? Surely now Saturn's won, but you can't count anything, you know, it's not over till they've crossed the line. He's also got them penalty looming over his head. He's also got 4 laps remaining. As we've got Alvaro Caraton closing up to Zeron. Going to be able to get this move done easily, surely. He might even get it done out of the parabolica before the straight even started. It's an unbelievable move from Alvaro Caraton to place his car in the right place at the right time there. Coming down into turn 1 here. Just picking his braking board. Easy move there for Alvaro Caraton. The next driver up the field is 3.2 seconds behind. The Scotty and the Saf are going wheel to wheel. Oh, this is going to become a feisty move. A bit of contact between the two teammates there. This is going to be able to go into the second chicane as F1 Legend has just overtaken Michael Romanidis, who is still in his AI car. I believe, and Scotty Harris is going for a move down the inside of a Saf. Is he going to be able to get the run out of the corner? Scotty, I think he is, as the Reds gets a 10-second time penalty. Corner cut in, not quite able to go up the inside. Scotty, let's see if he's able to get the move done into Ascari. Still keeping a close look at the battle at the top of the field there. It's very close as that guy Alex is actually closed up to Wilson Big Mike here. As these guys, Scotty Harris and Asaf, may get held up by their teammate Johnny Stokes. But lucky for them, he has not got in the way. That guy still 1.3 seconds behind Wilson Big Mike, with F1 Legend gapping Wilson Big Mike by 1.8 seconds and trying to close that AJ to the P and TKR Saturn. As there's a yellow flag in sector 1, something's happening at turn 1, might have gone past that. Alvaro Caraton looks fine. Which driver is that? It's not any of these boys. Scotty Harris has actually got down the inside of Asaf. It might have just been a little spin of someone. So Alvaro Caraton is closed up to RPR Chubby. He's now 0.6 seconds behind him. Probably going to get the move done into the Ascari chicane. Obviously still looking at the top of the field there. Will Michael Romanidis join back? Hoping he's all good for the interview at the end. As that guy Alex is 0.4 seconds behind Wilson Big Mike. Is he going to be able to go for the move into turn 1? Wilson Big Mike, he's moved once, he's not able to move again now. And that guy Alex is going to go down the inside. Is he going to be able to make the move stick? F1 Legend getting 3-second time penalty on top of his 5 seconds already. That's a very clean move there from that guy Alex, but Wilson Big Mike might come back at him into the De La Rocha chicane, second chicane in Monza. This is going to be a close battle. I told you it would go right down to the end, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Who's going to finish where? Obviously TKR Saturn has got them massive penalties. He's got about 12 seconds. F1 Legend think he must have about 10 seconds. AJ to the P in a very good position here. Think he must have only about 9 seconds, or maybe even only 6 seconds here. As that guy Alex is actually gapping Wilson Big Mike by quite a bit. So this is looking promising for that guy Alex. This has been a very good showing for the Vitality Racing boys. F1 Legend in the Vitality Carreras car, and that guy Alex in the main Vitality Racing car. Obviously as well, good show for the TKR boys, TKR Cobra and TKR Viper. TKR Cobra in first and fifth, TKR Viper in second place. Hope I got that the right way round. Let's have a look at James. We haven't seen him much since the start, as Chubb gets the 3-second time penalty. He's just in a bit of a world of his own, really. He's not really closing into anyone, not really getting caught by anyone. He's done a very good race today, stayed out of trouble throughout the race, done a very good job here as Michael Romnidis pits. That must just be his AI car. Vara Caraton is now closing into RP. Amazing. When is he going to be able to get the move done on him? Scotty Harris and Saf still going at it. Will they be able to do anything into turn one? Is Saf able to come back at Scotty? There's actually that guy Alex has gapped F1 legend, not F1 legend, Wilson Big Mike by 1.6 seconds. F1 legend. Oh, and Saf goes for a big move there. Scotty Harris gets it all wrong. What's happened to Scotty Harris? So he's got a 5-second time penalty. Probably should get taken off him, you know, no fault of his own, sort of did get pushed off it, but we've got that footage kind of if it gets brought up. Booker Bronco, let's have a look at him. He's 1 lap behind in the Alpha Midnight Racing team. He's doing very good, and that's actually the last lap. I've completely forgotten. Oh, and AJ to the P has jumped TKR Saturn. TKR Saturn comes second. F1 Big Wilson Big Mike actually comes third. Meaning TKR cars are all on the podium. I completely missed that. It's my bad. F1 Legend finishing fourth. That guy Alex in fifth. James coming across the line. He'll finish a very proud P6. That guy Alex isn't happy about that. Neither is F1 Legend, I don't think. Power Caraton coming through 7. He gets actually jumped by RP. Amazing, good drive there. RP Chubb across the line in 9th. Next up across the line is Zeron. He comes through in P10 to round off final points paying positions. Wow, what an unbelievable race. Any minute now we'll hear from your top 3 drivers. We'll also try and get the 2 pro drivers in there as everyone is coming across the line now. First win for AJ to the P, very good, and a very good result for the TKR drivers. We get 1, 2, 3, a first in the league. Very good race by them. So I'll try and get the 3 race winners in here, and then we'll also try and get the guys in here, the 2 pro drivers, for opening the floor up to everyone else. So we'll invite TKR Saturn first. Where is he? There he is. AJ to the P. Do I have him as a friend? I might not. I don't think I do actually. Unless he's showing us offline. I actually don't have AJ to the P. So I'll invite TKR Saturn first to the party. If he could come on in here. Very well done to everyone here. Hopefully when he gets in he'll be able to invite the other 2, or suggest to invite them. See when he gets here. Stick around guys, stick around, because we'll have the interviews with the 2 pro drivers coming up very, very shortly. And here is our race winner. TKR Saturn is in the building, people. Hello my friend, how are you doing?
How are you, mate? Alright?
Yeah, I'm doing very good.
Second place for me, no, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good, second place. If you could suggest to invite both AJ and Mike Wilson, we'll also get the 2 pro drivers in after this. I will do.
Let me How was it? How was watching that? Was that?
It was actually surprisingly fun, mate. I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't think I did too much of a bad job. I'll mess my words up a few times, got a few things wrong, but it's all good. I think I did a good job overall.
Yeah, from the comments, it looks like you've done alright. I'm just struggling to find out how I invite others to the chat.
Oh, so I think you can suggest to invite, and it'll pop up to me, and I'll be able to invite the guys.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay. And Mike. Right, there you go, that should come through.
Anyway, now yes, new invites. Invite players. View suggested players. Yes, we'll invite both of them, and I will also send an invite out to the 2 pro drivers. It should be very, very good to get them in. You know, we're all very grateful for this. I'll wait till everyone gets in to start asking the questions. Where's the other one? AJ to the P. How's it going, my friend? Well done on your victory. Looks like, yeah, looks like you did a very good race there to minimise the penalties. And Wilson, Big Mike, how are you doing as well? So boys, just going from first to second, then to third. AJ, how did you find the race? You know, were you comfortable just staying in second behind TK outside? Did you know he had them penalties looming over his head?
Mate, that was ridiculous. What a race. Thanks very much to the Williams guys for taking part as well.
Yeah, unbelievable. Big props to them. Yeah. Oh, and here's one of them now. Michael Romanidis has joined. And he's gone. And he's gone. We'll catch you with him in a minute.
No, it was crazy. It was absolutely brilliant race. Thoroughly enjoyed that. It was amazing. Like, I could hear from Sparky as well, like breathing down our neck. Like keep on doing fast.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I think they must have done about a 5-stop strategy between both of them. It was unbelievable, just pitting for new tyres trying to set the fastest lap. Very good fun to watch for me. And now to you, Nath. Looks like you controlled the race whole way. It was a very good qualifying lap from you, by the way. Looks like you had control of it. Just them penalties. What happened, mate?
Yeah,
you're maybe Mr. Consistent.
I know. I knew early on I had to get a gap. Frank DRS on DRS activate. So
yes.
I picked up a penalty on the first lap, I think, and then a couple of laps, a few more. I managed to get the gap to AJ, and I was just hoping that he picked up a few penalties when he was fault today. He sat there, kept pressure on, and let me make mistakes, which I did.
Yeah. Very good race to watch between the two of you, actually very close. And now on to you, Mike, as we welcome Michael Romanidis. How you doing, my friend?
Hello.
Hello, very good to have you, very good. It's not every day you get to talk to a pro esports driver. Just about to talk to Mike about his race. So Mike, how did you find it out there? You look like you were having a very good battle with that guy Alex. It was very fun to watch.
Yeah. Me and Alex all raced just back and forth. Two guys like front all way. So yeah, just between me and Alex. And I kept him at a good distance, and then pretty much we just kept swapping paces, and I was trying to harvest like my ERS and that.
Yeah, I saw that. Trying to stay behind him and save that ERS down the straight.
Trying to drive a bit smartly. It's easy to get caught up. I think, get in front of me here, but
yeah, it's a long race.
There was I believe the esports driver Michael, he went AI at one point, and I think it's parabolic. I nearly, we went AI, he overtook me, and then went AI, and his AI set quite low, so he slowed down, so right at the last lap, Alex actually got me, because I had
unfortunate.
break for Michael, and I was like, no,
yeah.
so I couldn't get him.
You were keeping him
Didn't have the penalties that Alex had, so
no, I saw throughout the race you were keeping him about 1.5 seconds behind. Then once you get held up by Michael's ghost, he did close down. Then it's a pretty good move into turn on clean move.
Really well. It was really good.
Yeah, it was
a.
you're gonna expect that in it. It's close racing at the beginning, a tight circuit like this. And coming back to AJ now, first win of the season. You must be very happy with that one.
Jeez, what a time to get it as well.
What a track to get at. Italy.
Exactly.
Temple of Speed. Yeah, very well done. I think it was coming. It was going to happen at some point, and it managed to happen here. So that's been our top 3 for today's race. AJ to the P, followed by Nave, TKR, Saturn, and then Wilson, Big Mike. Thank you very much for joining. You can stay in if you want whilst we interview Michael, and I'll try and get Alvaro Caraton in right now.
Thanks, Jack. Well done, mate.
No problem. Thank you very much. No problem, guys. Anytime. So, Michael, looks like you had some connection problems right at the start before we'd even got in the lobby, which was a bit of a nightmare to get sorted. But it looks like you got.
I was trying to stream I was trying to stream on Twitch for the first time, and it was kind of a mare in qualifying, but thankfully we planned to start from the back, so we had about half an hour of free time to
Yeah, I
use those
saw that.
issues, but
Cheeky little esports drivers, just thinking you can start at the back of the grid and work your way through. It's fine, it's very good to watch through. As I've said, and I think the green here or green, everyone else, it would have been unbelievable to watch you put a hot lap in. You know, some of the laps you guys do are absolutely incredible. I don't know about the other guys, but especially me, I'll watch them laps, I'll slow them down to try and see what you're doing differently to everyone else. And it's just them little details that you're doing differently that makes you them seconds, them tenths quicker. Yeah, it really is good. Just try and message Alvaro. I'll see if he can get in. You want to hop in?
Michael, what happened? What happened with you? Did you disconnect them when you? All
Yeah,
I saw was your car in the wall, and then that was it. You was AI. What happened?
was it in the wall as well? Yeah, just I disconnected on lap 24 before Parabolica because, or lap 23 actually even, because I remember having 3 or 4 laps to create a 3-second gap to AJ, who surprisingly had no penalty, so fair enough to him. I even got a penalty in lap 20 or so, so it was really hard to maintain 3 warnings or less than 3 warnings, but yeah, I think it would have been close in the end. I was planning on going on 2 pit stops once I saw I had a good gap to the 2 behind.
Yeah, saw that. It looks like you're doing you plan to do about a 5-stop strategy there.
No, it wasn't quite that big, but yeah, it was just enough for 2 stops. We would have been really close.
Yeah, very, very good race from yourself coming through. A lot of very good, committed, clean moves. Obviously, what you're going to expect from a pro esports driver. So that's that first question. I've wrote a few questions down to ask you lot, because this is a very good opportunity to get a few details in about, you know, what you do, how we can improve, get on your level at some point. So that first question's been answered about how your race. You just answered that. Did you have fun racing, by the way, with the Rapid Pixel racing lot? Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's what we want. So then the next question, you know, what was it like for you when you first got that call? You know, you're going to be in the pro esports with racing for Williams against the fastest guys on the game. You know, what was that like? What was that moment like for you?
I kind of progressed slowly from other esports teams, and then I got a message from the team manager to join the junior Williams team. So it didn't really go from 0 to 100, but yeah, just slowly progressing, and still I have to go to the pro draft, and not everything is finished yet, so I'm not actually an F1 esports driver officially, but it's slowly getting there, and if everything goes well to the pro draft, which hopefully can be happening sooner or later, then I can be calling myself an F1 esports driver.
Yeah, hopefully it won't get postponed or affected by the COVID-19 crisis.
The
so
first day of the draft was supposed to be today, actually.
Oh really? So here you are instead, racing with Rapid Pixel Racing instead of going to the pro draft. Unbelievable! What a crazy world. All right, next question. You know, what is it like for you racing against people like Daniel Bresnay, who a lot of people argue is the quickest driver on the game? You know, people like him, Brendan Lee. You've got Tanitsa, Jarno Otmir, just plucking names out. You know, what's it like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was really, I guess, surreal, you call it, when I first joined the race with these guys. Of course, my debut on the PC platform was thrown into the deep end against the likes of, as you said, Daniel Bresnay, Simon Weiging as well, Jan Otmir. But when you race with these guys, you also improve yourself, so you always find extra couple of tenths when you're racing against such top drivers, just watching them on boards and learning from them constantly and trying to improve them. So
I can imagine.
Always, a lot of hours of practice is key. And
yeah, you were talking about that earlier in the Discord. Anywhere between 5 to 8 hours a day before an esports race, which is absolutely mental. You know, for me, who's got to balance my schoolwork, I've got to balance my running, my training, as well as preparing for these races. So yeah, it's absolutely staggering. what you guys do. Next question: what are the future goals with you for esports? I'm guessing it's going to be, you know, winning the title hopefully at some point.
Yes, I mean, I really want to see esports growing a lot in the next few years, just as it has been for the last few, but you can never tell where it's going to go. At the moment, the goal is to get to the Pro Series and do some races there, and yeah, just see where I stack up against the grid and go from there. Obviously, the end goal is to probably progress into some real world racing after esports. I don't want to be doing esports all over my life.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that would be very good. What area of real life racing would you want to go into?
I guess some single seaters at some point, but honestly, no idea at the moment.
Yeah, that'd be very good. It would be good to see you out in single seater racing in the future. And then I think the final question here, I've wrote down here: can you give some tips for not just the drivers in the Rapid Pixel Racing League, but other drivers out there that one day want to be on your level? So just a few tips to help people progress.
I think if you have a passion for F1 in general, then you're going to find it really easy to start off. But my main tip, I think, outside of the cliche practice a lot and etc., is to not really compare yourself to the esports drivers straight away or something like that, because one of the key things I remember when I started league racing and playing F1 games in general, there wasn't any esports, so I wasn't like on 1 second, 1.5 seconds off this guy and I'm doing so bad, and I was getting all flustered, and I was just progressing slowly, and I was just keep improving myself, and that's the best thing you can do, and progressively keep improving.
Just little baby steps into working towards that end goal. Exactly. Yeah. All right, thank you very, very much for joining us for this race. You know, you didn't have to do it, but you have, and it's much appreciated from everyone in the league. Hopefully, we can see you again soon, and hopefully, I can be racing. But you know, until then, again, thank you very, very much. Have a good race, good rest of your week. Stay safe as well. Make sure to keep within the guidelines of your country's lockdown rules. Thank you very much, mate.
You guys. My pleasure to race with you guys.
Thank you. Right, so
Thanks, mate.
I think we're going to open the floor now to the other guys to come and join us. So I'll make the party public. That's not the one. Party settings.
Jack.
Yeah.
Can I just add that that's the first 1, 2, 3 of the season?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw that.
Jack's tone's changed there.
Yeah, it's very. Yeah, it's a very good race. Yeah, sharp. We'll have you.
I'm sure you.
I mean, two of our drivers can't even race at the moment. So I don't know what you're on about. I mean, I don't really know what's happening with Willem, to be fair. But it's what it is.
No. But yeah, you F1 legend Sven, he's rapid, isn't he? And Alex.
Yeah, he is on a different level. Like, seriously.
Legend was coming through, he was behind me on softs, and I stayed with him for a little bit. He only shot the first corner, and I stayed with him for a little bit, and I was thinking, but then he just got away, and I was thinking, oh,
yeah, I was I'm not gonna lie, I didn't show it on stream, but I was fuming when he didn't go out for that second run in Q2.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe it.
Right, just seeing if anyone's coming. I think Chris wanted to get in, so I'll send him an invite. Yeah, let's get Chris in. That'll be a laugh. That'll always be a laugh.
we need to get Ron in. I want to hear Ron.
Book a Bronco. Do I have Ron? I think I have. I'll invite James, Ron, James. We'll invite Chubb. Might as well Scotty, Alex. We'll invite more.
I didn't see what happened.
I think he had problems because he was in the battle with that guy Alex and Mike.
Yeah, he was behind me at one point.
Yeah. And then I think he just fell off. I don't know, he might have made a mistake or something might have happened with his sim or whatever. I think Ron's just gone on. Here he is. Chris is in. All right, make sure your audio is being able to shared, mate, so that the people can hear you. Is he here?
Hello, Chris.
Hello!
There he is.
Right, I'm just setting it up so my voice can be shared.
Nice.
Okay, perfect, right.
Right. I guess the most... Hi James, how you doing?
How about you?
Yeah, we're all doing very good at it. So I guess we'll just fire some questions out. So how was the race for both of you? Chris, it looked...
Yeah, that was.
Oh no, go on.
Oh no, that was pretty good. P6, I think that's my best result of the season.
Yeah, I was
pretty pleased with that.
I was actually watching you at the end instead of watching Nate finish. I was just saying that you were having a good race, just quite consistent. You know, you weren't really catching up to the guys at the front, but you were pulling away from the guys behind. So that's always good.
No, at the end of the race, I noticed that most of the guys were in the sauce, so they were pretty faster than me at the beginning of the stint. But yeah, it was good. I remember doing the double overtake on Asaf and John, which was pretty epic.
Yeah, I think I might have caught that, or I might have missed it. I can't remember. You can go back and watch the stream. But yeah, good racing from you. So you were sort of mixing it up a bit with RPR Chubb and Mike and them lot at the beginning. But yeah, very good racing again. Now Chris.
Yes.
Chris.
Hello.
Mate, I thought you were going to absolutely blow the esports guys away. What happened, mate?
To be honest, mate, that was the plan. And as much as I'd love to blame it on the car, my teammate came sixth today, so that's not exactly on the cards, is it? So unfortunately, it was down to myself. Straight off the bat, I let the pressure get to me. I went in a bit too hard in T1. Almost went into the back.
Did you take one of them out? You didn't take one of them out, did you?
Yes.
Oh no!
Yeah, so that
God!
Was kind of my confidence shot for the rest of the race. So it was Michael. So I had to basically try and find a gap to avoid going into the back of someone at top speed. Found a gap, but unfortunately didn't see Michael coming up on my right hand side very quickly, going for the same gap as myself. Unfortunately, I just slightly tapped his back end and he ended up doing a 180. But you know, I mean, to be fair to the guy, he managed to recover pretty well from that, and I think he smashed it until the unfortunate
disconnection.
Yeah.
About that, he was literally just about to pass you, AJ, and then he disconnected right as he was going to get a run off Parabolica.
I know. I was ready. It was.
Yeah, I knew you weren't going to make it easy though, because I even saw you going into Scari defending. Which, you know what, good on you. Really good on you. So we've got both the Alpha Midnight Racing boys in. I hadn't even realised. That is so bad of me. You two have sort of, you know, you've been making very steady progress at the moment. Do you practice together a lot? I see you sometimes you popping up in the practice and trial races channel. But you know, do you go off and practice by yourself or is that confidential?
Well, I mean, what happens at Alpha Midnight stays at Alpha Midnight, Jack. No, to be honest, we're more of an open team, more so than anything. So yeah, whenever we're available to sort of practice, we get on. I mean, that's myself anyway. Whether sort of James is the same.
Yeah, I don't care who I practice with, to be honest.
He just wants to practice. Yeah, he just wants to get there. Yeah, as Michael just said, it's just them little baby steps, which it looks like the Alpha Midnight Racing team are taking at the moment to get in. And I'll see if anyone else wants to join. If not...
Jack, I've got a question for you, Jack.
Oh, go on, here we go. Go on, mate.
So I hear your pedals broke.
Yeah, it is, mate. The accelerator is completely gone.
What's on the cards then? Is it an upgrade?
So at first I was looking at the T3PA pedals, which are apparently meant to be pretty good. I know that you know TRL Limitless, he uses them, and he's rapid.
Yeah. Because the thrust wants to do a low cell set of pedals now, the TM.
I think it might be, but I don't know. I know that you can get.
Coming out.
I know you can get an upgrade. You can get the T3PA Pro. I think they might be loads though, but I'm not sure.
Because they've got more metal in them.
Yeah, yeah.
What was it, TX? I know that David Burrell's testing the new ones because he helped develop them.
David, oh yeah, he races GT3 Ferrari cars, doesn't he? That David Powell, yeah. Watched a couple of his streams. Yeah, they're quite fun to watch.
I can't believe your setup, Jack, you put on Discord. I can't believe you're setting into the time on that. That's impressive.
What, on my setup? Mate, it just shows you don't need to spend like 400, 500 a grand on a good setup. My room's only small anyway, so this is as much as I can fit in here.
I've only got a G29, but I'm pretty much convincing myself I'm at the limit of the wheel now. like it's the wheel and the pedals, not me.
Yeah.
I need a pair of pedals with a low cell. I'm definitely got to upgrade and get a low. My braking is so inconsistent. But yeah.
I found that.
I mean, that wheel you've got is Velcro, isn't it?
I think it might be the T150.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't know enough about it to know if it is or isn't. I just know it's got fast feedback and that does the job for me. So
yeah, so the Thrustmasters are belt driven all the way up to kind of like Fanatec CSL is belt driven, and then they're going to
hopefully at some point I'll be able to upgrade to more of a Fanatec wheel. But then I think that's definitely going to be like that's a year or two's time, maybe. It's depending on how everything's going.
What do you mean? You want to get a Fanatec?
Yeah, at some point I'll look to upgrade to a Fanatec wheel or something, because at the moment they look like the best out there. But I know there's a few other wheels out there that are on the same level that are pretty good. Right, don't know if anyone else is actually joining. There's still a few people in the lobby. I'll invite Alex.
What about Chubbs?
I've invited Chubbs and he hasn't joined, which...
What about Ron? Ron's always up for a chat.
God, Ron would be so moving.
I think he's gone off. I think Ron has actually gone off.
He's probably smashing up his man cave, bro.
He was actually having a really good battle with Chubb, but I think he lost it, so he probably ain't happy.
He'd be happy about that, him and Chubb. I bet he'd be happy about that.
I'll invite both of them, see if they join.
I see Asaf's already practicing Singapore.
Is he actually? Oh my god.
Bloody hell.
I look at F1 Legend, I look at Sven, and in the week he'll just be practicing on random tracks.
Yeah.
I'm like, on the weekend I'll be like, mate, why are you practicing for bloody Abu Dhabi when it's bloody Singapore? It's like, mate, what are you doing?
The strange thing is with Sven, he'll do that, practice random tracks, and then he'll just jump onto a track and just have insane pace when it comes to the race.
Yeah. He's young as well. He's younger than me, which I found. Yeah, he is going to be. He already is a good driver, but he's going to be a very good driver in the future.
Yeah.
I wonder if someone like him will go into the like. What? What wheel he uses? I think he's got the CSL Elite.
Elite, yeah, he's got the Elite at the moment.
Because he had problems with it, didn't he? Because he had some software.
PD1, didn't he? I think, and he sent it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had some nice wheels.
It seems like you've got to go Fanatec, really. Everyone goes Fanatec.
Yeah, I think at the moment that's where the whole thing's going. I mean, that's where the eSpot lot are, isn't it? They're all Fanatec.
Yeah.
Right. I might start getting going. Because it is 11 o'clock and I do have to get up at 8:30 tomorrow.
It's getting late, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Well done, Jack. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, I hope it was a good stream.
Guys.
Yeah, well done everyone. It was amazing to watch actually. It was so close. So close.
Jack, I think you're better commentary, mate. I think you should sit out the next
Tactical then.
They try to do anything. He's trying to do anything. Just, I mean, you've already won it. Come on. I'm not going to be able to race next week. You know, I might not even be able to race in Russia. I probably won't, mate, because I have to send my wheel off and then get a new one.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get.
on the pads, Jack.
Mate, I actually, I tried it.
Gumtree, Jack.
I tried it, right. I went into a Grand Prix mode, put the AI on 107, no assist. I was like, I'll give this a go. You know, have a little fiddle around with it. I couldn't get past the first corner. I would get there and just spin. It was awful. I was like, oh, if I'm half decent on this, yeah, I'll have a go. I probably won't come top 10, but still, no chance.
Chris can tutor you.
Oh yeah, absolutely, mate. Almost became a top dog on the pad, didn't I? No, absolutely not.
Right, boys, I'm going to be off. I'm going to end the stream. Actually, I need to do that.
Thanks again, Jack. Well done, mate.
Yeah, thank you all for a good race. Yeah. Cheers, boys.
Bye, everyone. Yep.
Bye, everyone in the stream as well. Thank you all for watching. And then I'll probably be back next week, actually. So tune in then. Make sure you subscribe, like, check everything out. Yeah, check the socials in a bit.